Hey, I'm back. And then I have to talk about Lori Lightfoot, Chicago mayor's. Sure. I was an avid supporter, of Lori Lightfoot while she was in office. And I'm still standing behind her she did a great job to me, with all the different challenges she had to face. By the way, you look well rested, since we didn't blow past this election, which, describes how much pressure you was really under, the stress you probably was under, and like I say, man, it's sad that the things that we have to go through in this country, man, it's really, really, really sad. In the city of Chicago, it's really, really sad. You couldn't support and do everything for everybody, like I said. You took down the statues. They wanted the statues down. Made people mad. See, you couldn't go to the gay community, see what I'm saying, and do everything just for the gay community and forget about the other population of people. You couldn't just go to black people, African Americans, and do for them and forget about everybody else. You couldn't do for just women, African American women. See, you couldn't do it. But they tell themselves, we the one put you in office, and you ain't this and you ain't that. Nah, man, that's the way it is, man. It's politics. See? But I want to say thank you to you, too. See? Yes, you look well rested. You got a lot of drama came at you, man. A whole lot. See? And Brandon Johnson has to face the same thing. See, we have to understand, man, about Chicago politics, man. About the urban parts of America. We got to understand, man, these cities, man, you got to understand the demographics. And when I say that, let's talk simplicity, man. See, Chicago, a lot of people wouldn't understand because of all the stuff that you see. You would not know the population, the dominant population. It's Caucasians, which are white people. Yes, the demographics, man. 47 point something percent are white people in Chicago. And you wouldn't think so. Say, what difference does it make? I got a point. See, I got a point. When I say demographics, that means the majority of any area, because I want everybody to understand what I'm saying, right? Yeah. I think we only make up like 29 point something percent. I got the numbers wrote down, so, yeah, right. See, then you got the other, it's maybe probably 5 point something percent, so that probably will make up maybe, or what is it, 5 point something percent, 10 point something percent, and that would make up probably Hispanics, Mexicans and, Puerto Ricans, things like that. I think Asians like 2 point something percent. I got a point that I'm trying to make, man. When the mayoral election came about, when they was running, for mayor, they need 12,500 signatures on the ballot. We had 9 candidates running, right? 9 candidates. 7 of the candidates were black, African Americans. 1 Hispanic, Mexican Chewy. 1 white, which is Dallas. But the population of the city is 47 point something. Did I'm saying this right? Yeah, 47.7%. But it was only 1 Caucasian. Right. I'm trying to understand, why is it that before we even come to the stage, hey, listen, man, I'm not a scientist. It's not something personal or anything, but when I read and I look at things, I have to ask myself some things. I have to let my mind work, and then I have to express it to you with simplicity. So if it don't make sense to me, maybe it makes sense to you, or either you can come back and do something to make it make sense and make it understand. Because I'm trying to understand something here. See, because we all talking about the same things, when we talk about algorithm, how we can do this and how we can do that to make the city better, right? Okay, so we have 57% white people in Chicago, but we only have 1 candidate running for mayor. But we talking about all these issues, that's the problem. But we have 7 candidates out of 9 candidates on stage that are African Americans running for mayor over a highly populated white city. I'm trying to make it make sense. When each candidate needs, once again, 12,500 signatures to get on the ballot in the first place. Say, what's your point in that area? In that area, I'm trying to understand that before we even get to the stage, those 12,500 votes going for 7 different candidates, how come we can't have some type of synergy? You know, some type of holistic approach. Like, why won't the 7 African American candidates come together, right, and decide which one of us is going to run for office? Because we all have the same issues, right? We all have the same issues: education, crime, unemployment, things like that, right? So how come we can't talk off camera and then decide which would be the best candidate that we all get behind, which with our other signatures, and support this person and set that momentum to put that person on stage and we all behind them? Because see, that's giving a sign of strength and power without saying anything. Just like it's a signature of not having power without saying anything. A lack of unity without saying anything. By just looking at the stage. You think about it. See? When it all comes down to it, everything that happened when Lori Lightfoot was in office is going to happen again with Brandon Johnson. See, are you being negative and pessimistic? No. I'm being a realist, man. Everything is set for us to look at it for the way it is. But because of all the noise, we're not paying attention to the numbers. We're not paying attention to what I just told you, the demographics. It's real simple, man. See, it's not about Lori Lightfoot. It's not about Brandon Johnson. It's about everybody in the city. And long as we are being held by our own problems, our own fears, we'll never be paying attention for going forward. Long as somebody's throwing us something to help us individually, we're not going to think about anything. See, we always want somebody else to be the spearhead, to come to the rescue. See, as soon as you stop coming to that person who's dependent on you, that's when they're going to roll you right under the bus, just like they did Lori Lightfoot. Let's fast forward in that area. I'm standing behind Brandon Johnson now. I'm a 64-year-old man. Been in the city of Chicago all my life. Understand a lot of the corruption, the trenches, man. The politics from the outside and from the inside. It's a lot of things that happen in Chicago. A lot of really dirty things that happen, man. Okay? With the politics. We got to have somebody in charge that's going to only allow certain things to happen and certain things not to happen. Just like I told you when Lori Lightfoot was in. See, when she was in there, she didn't let the military force come in. See, she had y'all back, people. Officially, she was the city's leader, the chief, man. And all she had to do was just sign off anytime. When y'all was down on Michigan Avenue doing all that y'all doing and all that stuff that y'all still doing, man, let me just tell you something. Once one of those mayors relinquish their power and give it up and saying that you out of control, man, them people gonna come in here and start killing people, shooting people down, babies and everything else. They can't do that. They can't. Listen, man. Y'all don't know how serious this is, boy. I'm gonna tell you this here. Y'all just be glad that the old Mayor Daley, I'm not talking about Richard J. Daley, I'm talking about his father. He wasn't in office in this day and time. When y'all doing all that stuff down on Michigan Avenue and Millennium Park, the Gold Coast, man, I'm telling you what he would have did. He would have told him. He wouldn't have called the military. He would have told the Chicago police, go down there and light them up, light up everything that's moving. Man, listen, you better understand, man. The old man Daley was the one who set them guys loose to run up in the house to kill all the Black Panthers, man. Ask Bobby Rush. Bobby Rush was a Black Panther back then. Yes. State Representative Bobby Rush. Matter of fact, I think he's the only one left around. The rest of them dead or something. Right. Yeah, nobody ever went to jail or was indicted for that. Them guys didn't have no guns and none of that, man. But what Fred Hampton's wife said, or his woman said, she heard them saying, when they were leaving, make sure everybody in there dead. See, so the orders came from somebody. Nobody went to jail for it, man. You say, what's your point? What I'm saying is, man, y'all running rampant, man, and you doing stuff illegal, man. If they pull the switch legally, they can legally kill you. And you don't understand it, man. Y'all doing like y'all jumping through windows, man, and whatever. Like, this is what we do, ride and loot and this and that. Okay, you doing it because police standing just watching. But you know, once they get the order, man, to push whatever they get the order to do, they gonna do. That's why you better be glad that Brandon Johnson got in, man. That's why a lot of people ran and jumped behind Brandon Johnson instead of Vallis. Vallis probably would have been a good mayor, but because of the pressure of his own people, Chicago, what's that, fraternity police, all them different organizations, man, all them different people, man. See, he would have been pushing and doing different things like a lot of the other ones. They have been doing different things, and they have been covering it up and making it blinded, just like they did Ron Emanuel and all the rest of them, man. But it was in his administration. A lot of things y'all not going to be able to do, they not going to be able to do because of Brandon Johnson, man. Man, listen, you young people, man, you better learn your politics, man, or learn your demographics, man. Try to understand some of the things that's actually going on. There's a lot of things going on in this city, man. Like, you know, I pray for you, Brandon Johnson. But like I say, man, the numbers, the history, everything been the way it is, man. You're going to come in. I think you're going to do a good job. You're going to make an impact and you're going to change things. But your problem is going to come from your people, man. Your problem is going to come from your own people, man. And like I told you, that 47% white population, the demographics, they know it. It's part of the confusion. Keep all the chaos, it ain't on us. Everything going wrong in this city, it ain't on us. As long as our stuff is taken care of. As long as we keep the news focusing on them, we can keep doing what we're doing. Everything is going wrong, it's on them. All the killing, that's on them. They're killing each other, that's on them. We give them the guns, let them kill each other. We keep it legalized, keep the guns legalized. We do this, we do that. Okay, let them keep doing it. Because where everything's going wrong is on them. They can't put it on us. Amen. Y'all guys have a great day. Thank you, Mayor Lightfoot. I know, I appreciate you. I think we all, who understand, we all appreciate you. We know you did your best. You tried, and for that, man, thank you. You guys have a great day.